Welcome to That's a Latte Film with your host, Erika, and a special guest. On this podcast, we will talk about some of our unpopular opinions on some popular films. So grab a cup of coffee, even though I don't even have any. I have water right now.
Yeah, I'm drinking water today too.
That's pretty sad. I did have coffee though, so.
I did have a bagel, which counts as a accoutrement for coffee.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Right?
Sure.
What's an accoutrement?
I have no idea.
It sounded good though. I'm not
It
gonna
did.
lie.
It really did. It
I
sounded.
probably ruined it by continuing, but it's all good.
It's fine. I had coffee, you had the bagel. Perfect.
Exactly.
So grab a cup of coffee, relax, and join us. Disclaimer, some of the films we discuss may be explicit. We will try our best to keep it PG, but please beware before you watch the films. There will also be a lot of spoilers. This film will be PG, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It's a very... Well, kind of.
I mean, I will say, I mean, if I was a child, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was a Puss in Boots when I was a child, but but I definitely would have been scared of the villain when I was a kid.
Yeah. That's why I kind of love it.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
fun. Okay. So, guys, I know we're grown adults, okay? We're grown adults, but we were raised pretty much on these films. So, like DreamWorks, so Shrek, Puss in Boots, which is what we're talking about today. What else? Kung Fu Panda. Like, these are all films we were raised on. So when
you know what I liked a lot too, not to get off this topic, but I we used to love watching, what's the one with the penguins in the water, not the penguins, but the Surf's Up, that joint, that was that was the movie.
So good. It's really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I don't understand people who don't like that film.
Yeah, that movie was fantastic.
Like, the comedy was top notch.
Oh, A1.
Yes. So yeah, we were raised on all of these things. So when they announced that they were doing a Puss in Boots, like the newer one, I was very excited to go see it. Yeah. But did not expect what we were going to see in this film. Right? So, okay, what are your thoughts about Puss in Boots?
Yeah, you know what? Like, I went to go see that movie because I got the movie pass, you know. So like sometimes you're just trying to use your free passes. Like it's like, you know, I'm gonna get my little $20 worth.
Yes.
So, you know, I went and I don't even think I to be honest, I don't think I saw the first Puss in Boots. But did you see the first Puss in Boots?
I did, but I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I don't remember the first Puss in Boots, but yo, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, son, that was crazy. It was honestly what the animation was sick the whole throughout.
Yes.
Like the animation was sick throughout, and the way that they like the whole time I'm sitting there like, oh, that's from this myth, that's from this story. Oh, that's from this story. Oh, that's from, you know what I'm saying? Like even like the villains were awesome. The wolf and what was it? What was the cherry
guy's name?
From the guy with the cherry in his on his thumb. I forgot his name.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up. Oh,
Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, cast. Jack Horner.
Jack what?
Jack Horner. That was the big
Jack
guy.
Horner. But what was the name of it? It was like because I remember that nursery rhyme. I just don't like. I like when I saw it, I remembered it. What was it? Something about the plum on his finger.
Let me see. Jack Horner. Storyline, maybe. Big Jack Horner.
Nursery rhyme.
Nursery rhyme. Thank you so much. I was like, like, how do I write this down? Nursery rhyme. Mm, it doesn't really say anything. Hello, Jack Horner.
I know he had like some about a plum on his finger, and that joint
Oh,
was
Little
juicy.
Jack Horner by Mother Goose. Little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating a Christmas pie. He picked
Uh-huh.
some and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." I forgot about that nursery rhyme.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, that's a deep cut. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's a deep cut. Like I definitely heard that joint, but I'm picturing like kindergarten walls, like hearing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so yeah, so that's definitely deep in the cut. But yeah, back to his whole archetype and his whole story was crazy. Like the
Yeah.
way that they brought it in and that I love that and like I was like rewatching and like remembering some of the stuff. And what I found interesting is that the guy who runs DreamWorks now is the guy who ran Disney in the '90s, and like he was trying to move forward Disney, and I guess they like fired him, so he went to DreamWorks, and his goal was to do the opposite of what Disney was doing with the fairy tale stories. So the fact that you see that in the movie is like
Mhm.
crazy because it comes out like even like because that was I mean he was like he spearheaded Shrek, so
Yeah.
like you see how they've been like tearing it down and like using Disney's like ways against them. So yeah, I definitely and that was definitely seen all throughout Puss in Boots. Like even the fact that you see the guy die 8 times. Like when do you see the main character die that many times? You know?
That's so true. No,
Yeah.
it was so good. Like I love the whole like with Goldilocks and Three Bears. So you have they gave you the story of Goldilocks and then now like Little Jack Horner, which I didn't even remember that. Uh
Right.
Shrek, I mean, yeah, as you said, Shrek had so many fairy tale creatures in there, but
Right.
like warped
Right.
tales, which is what made the movie so good because it's like it's
Right.
funny because you're like in a weird way they kind of keep that nostalgia feel somehow
Mm-hmm.
because like with Goldilocks and the Three Bears, it's like they somehow make you feel like bad for Goldie, like and within all of like the jokes and the humor and everything,
Right.
they still find a way to make you like your heart break for her because you know that she wants a specific wish and everything for a
Right.
real family. But like then it makes sense what you're saying that he came from that background of that storytelling that like yeah you get that because Disney is all about storytelling like
And the fairy tale
yeah
creatures, but it's all like cutesy and you know what I mean? Like they're trying to make it like it's like glitter on the world, you know? And
yes
like his goal was like to show the ugliness
yeah
um of the stories, which I think was definitely seen. And I mean Puss in Boots had so many like the jokes in it were awesome. I also love the sidekick like perro, you know, like
yeah
cute.
so cute
Cute. Perito, he was cute. And also like it was like um it was like Puss's own version of Donkey, which I felt was kind of cool. Like they
that's
were giving him his own donkey, you know? Now I wonder with like Shrek 5, are they gonna like incorporate him in some way? You know, because
Perrito?
yeah, they just said that they're gonna. Because the thing is, Puss in Boots is a prequel,
Yeah,
so after this movie is supposed to be Shrek 1 through 4, and then now they're gonna make another one. So I wonder if they'll like bring him in to rope him. I'm sure they'll find a way,
I
but
hope so because he's such
yeah,
a character.
yeah, he was pretty cute, and yeah, he was also. I mean, shouts out to Puss in Boots always showcasing the Hispanics too, which is also really cool.
Always
Always.
from beginning to end. It's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
having Antonio Banderas for Puss in
Yeah,
Boots, like the perfect decision always.
right.
But I'm so glad that he's still doing it and they didn't like take somebody else because it wouldn't have been the same. And
No,
then
not
Salma Hayek being the girl, what's her name? I forget her name. Hold on, guys.
Patricia.
Kitty Soft Paws.
Where'd I get Patricia?
I don't know.
Kitty Softpaws. Yeah, Kitty
Kitty Soft
Softpaws.
Paws. I love that. And then, okay, so Florence Pugh was Goldilocks.
Okay.
Um,
I don't remember what her face looks like, but she's white.
she's the one who was in the Black Widow movie, the solo Black Widow that played the sister.
Mm.
Did you watch Black Widow?
I didn't see Black Widow.
Okay.
My Disney Plus wasn't working at that point in time.
Okay, fine. She was really good in there though. You should watch it.
Mm.
What else? She was in that movie with Harry Styles that came out. That was like a thriller.
Mm.
Hold on. I'm gonna tap her name. It has to be one of the top movies.
What is her name?
Florence Pugh. She Don't Worry, Darling.
I know that name, but let's see. Florence Jennifer Pugh, right?
Sure. Sure. I didn't know her middle name. I guess that makes sense because Florence J. Pugh, yeah.
Oh, is it? That's so funny. I just made that up.
No, I think that's her. I mean, I don't think that's her middle name, but
That's so funny.
I think they hold up.
Okay, I've never seen her before, but okay, yeah, she's a pretty white lady. Oh,
Yeah.
and I wonder, does she have that accent, or she was just putting it on?
I think she was putting it on because I think she's British.
Oh, so she was doing like an Irish or Scottish thing or something.
Yeah, yeah.
That
She
was
was
cool. Yeah, Goldilocks. I mean, the Bears are also the Bear family was awesome, and like
yes,
it was cool that they were like almost like an anti-hero type thing. Like you were like also rooting for them,
yes,
but
because
not.
they
But
like
like you were like, I still want Puss to get it, but like I get like yeah.
he was mad selfish though. Let's be real.
Who Puss?
Puss in Boots. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Puss in Boots was definitely he was selfish, but I mean, I think the whole thing was a breakdown of his whole like the whole movie was just him breaking down his whole character and like 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 killing his pride in a sense because like
That's
the
true.
movie starts with the song about how he's the best. You know what I'm saying? And then he dies, and then he realizes his mortality, and then it's like okay, like the whole time, like
I was so amazed at the storyline because I was just like, who thought of this and was like, cats have 9 lives. So
yeah,
Puss in Boots is like I don't know how they were just like he's a prideful cat. He always has been since the Shrek movies.
right.
So who was just like, oh my gosh, imagine he's on his last life and like what would happen if he was like I'm just like ugh, so good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now. Like, so I guess in Shrek, he was living on his last life that whole time. Because I don't remember him ever dying in Shrek, but
No,
I guess
never did.
he never died in Shrek. Huh.
So you think that this movie is a prequel to Shrek 1?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, yeah. Well, Puss in Boots one was. So this is the second one of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Um, and they never directly mention anything of Shrek in this movie. Like
true.
so so from what we can assume is that these are prequels to Shrek.
Okay.
Um, so now Shrek 5, now that they're doing Shrek 5 again, who knows what they're gonna do?
Is that actually happening, Shrek 5?
Yeah, it's already in the works. They just they got everybody all the initial actors to sign on, so they have all the original voices, which is great.
That's great. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but
Yeah, because most people are like thinking that Puss in Boots was a prequel to Shrek 5. So people
I
are
mean, I mean, I think that there's a definite possibility that it could have been within
yeah,
um after like in the after the Shrek stories because there's no way there's no where that necessarily says that it isn't. But
yeah.
I know that the original Puss in Boots was a prequel So we can assume that it's either pre Shrek 1 or like somewhere in those movies. Which,
Okay.
if we're talking about Shrek movies, obviously Shrek 1 is amazing. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of like the other Shreks. Like,
Yeah,
does
honestly, I don't really remember. Like the second movie is like is that when they have their kids already?
no, Shrek 2 is, or maybe. Well, no. Shrek 2 is when they go to meet the parents.
Okay, yes, yes, yes.
Shrek
And
2 is
their
actually my favorite.
godmother.
Now that I
That's
think
a good
about
one.
it, yeah, Shrek 2 is probably my favorite when if I'm thinking about it. Then the third is like he has kids
Yeah, they have twins
and
or something.
he has kids and he has to get Prince to take over the kingdom because he doesn't want to be king. That's the third one. He has
Right.
to get what is it, Prince?
I
I don't
forget.
remember.
I
I
forget.
forget his name.
He have blonde hair?
Yeah, he had blonde hair.
Did.
It's not Prince Charming.
No.
Oh no. It's the kid from the Sorcerer's Stone. What's his name? The guy who
Is it
the guy who pulls this. No, it's the guy who pulls the sword out of the stone.
I'm looking at it right now because I cannot think of it. Who is who is this? Anyways. I don't see
Oh,
it.
it's on the tip of my tongue because they had the sorcerer, and his name was Merlin. Who's the Merlin? It's not Lancelot. It's come on.
I don't see it. Lancelot?
No,
Lancelot.
no. It
No?
is?
Because I
No.
see John
Look up
Krasinski
Merlin.
was Lancelot.
Merlin. Look up Merlin.
The sorcerer.
Yeah, and what's the kid's name? Jesus is gonna kill me.
Uh Merlin, yeah. Merlin is actually in there. Okay, hold on. You said what's the kid's name?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Look up who does the Merlin help.
Okay. Who does Merlin
It's gonna kill me.
help in Shrek 3? People have actually done this. Um, Nothing. Arthur? No.
Arthur! King
Is it
Arthur, yes.
King Arthur?
Yes. Yes, Jesus H. Yes, it was Arthur. Yes. Okay. So yes, the first
Why
one
is
is
that
Shrek.
so hard? Oh, Justin Timberlake played Arthur.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, so the first one is the first one. Then they go to meet the parents in far land far, far away. That's when Shrek becomes a human. Then the third one is where he has to get King Arthur so that he become the king instead of Shrek becoming the king. And then the last one, Shrek is going back to the swamp. He has kids. Then they're trying to go back to normal. And then he wishes that he gets a wish from Rumpelstiltskin, and that
Oh,
was Shrek forever after. And like he became a single guy again, and then he had to go back and yada yada. Which
oh,
honestly, that one was like that one felt like a money grab. It wasn't bad, but it was like it was just
I kind of want
This
to.
one I feel like it's been long enough, and with the hype of Puss in Boots and where they had the like the animation and stuff, I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do with like Shrek, because Shrek is like their guy, you
Yeah,
know.
they waited long enough for the animation to like really upgrade so they could do some really cool things. So like the scene
Mm-hmm.
where like the fight scenes with Puss in Boots and Death
Oh, amazing.
was
Amazing. Death was, and the whistle really was scary, bro. Yeah, I was
in
shook.
the
That
theater.
was
Did
another
you watch it
Spanish
in the
dude too.
theater?
Yeah.
So scary. It was so
Yeah,
scary.
that was good. That was definitely
We
good.
were in this theater. Like I was looking around like, how are these kids not like screaming in here right
Yeah,
now?
I would have been scared as hell. The thing too is that like I feel like what's crazy about a lot of animation movies hold up so well compared to like other movies. Like I've been finding myself lately watching a lot of like just animation movies. Like I watched
Yeah.
um Shark Tales the other day. Dude, Shark
So
Tales
good.
is funny as hell, bro. Shark Tales is
Oh my
funny as
God.
hell.
You're making me want to just go back and watch like animation now because
I'm saying it's worth it, bro. Because you could watch Surf's Up, amazing. You could watch. What did I just say? The
Shark Tale,
Shark Tale, amazing, dude. Like
so
the
good.
DreamWorks is coming out with bangers, bro. And not to get there, because I know you're gonna have another episode about this, and you haven't even watched it yet. But Mario movie was literally the best movie I've seen all year.
I haven't even seen it
And
yet.
I was saying, Puss in Boots was the best movie I saw all year before this. You know what I'm saying? I will say, because like the animation and like the story and everything was just like amazing in Puss in Boots. Yo, but Mario
Uh,
spanked it out of the park. And the
I
fact that they're
thought
starting the
about going to
cinematic
see Mario.
universe,
Yeah,
you
I
have
thought
to.
about that. I was going to see it today because it.
You
I
have
need to
to.
watch it.
You have to. And bro, Jack Black as Bowser was amazing.
I'm sure.
And the Peach song is, you heard the Peach song, right?
I refuse to watch it because I want to see it for the first
Oh my god, it's so
time. I want
good.
to
It's
see
so
it.
good. It was funny because we're in the movie theaters and my girl was looking at me and she was like, "Did you write this song?" And I was like, it sounds like me. It does. It does. Like, you know. But yeah,
Literally.
it's
Oh my
insane
God.
how good.
I know. I know. I was like, I love Jack Black so much. I know this movie is gonna be fantastic.
Oh
I
yeah. Oh yeah. It's a banger for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
don't
know
know.
people clown me all the time. Like I'll be sitting at home watching animated movies and people clown me and I'm like, but you just don't understand. Like I love live action, don't get me wrong. Like I love it, but animation, just like watching how they even did it and thinking about all the work they had to put in to get these like motion and everything. I'm like,
Dude, and the fact that it took them like 5 years to make a movie, like, you know what I'm saying? Like 5, 10 years just to do the animation. It's like,
the
dude.
dedication. It's crazy. Like when I was watching the Oscars and Guillermo del Toro he did the new Pinocchio animated
Yeah,
film. He won the award I think for like best animated film this
really.
season for Pinocchio, and he was like, like when he got the award, he was saying like how animation needs to be like back in the conversation. Like that was like part of his main like topic. Cause I guess they don't get enough recognition. And I didn't even think about that before until he said it. And I was like, you know what? Because why does animation have its own
Category.
category when it could literally be included in different categories, you know?
Right, right. It could just be best movie, period, you know? Like,
Yeah,
think about it, like Puss in Boots, they have their work cut out with them now for Mario. But like and the Spider-Verse coming up to the new Spider-Verse looks amazing.
God.
But yeah, this is a great year for animation. But Puss in Boots, like they could like the storyline was great, you know, like and the animation itself was like what they're going from 3D to 2D, you know, and like you know flipping back and forth, which is like,
Yes.
dude, freaking sick, man. You know,
I'm
so
glad you said that because I was trying to figure out the like what made the difference between those scenes. I was like,
yeah,
what am I looking at right now? But okay, now that makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah, it's the different styles, man. That stuff is so like cool, and the intricacies of it is just so amazing. Like that's why I find so important in film and visual effects. The hard thing is that like in theory you're doing a lot of work for a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I could watch Puss in Boots again and I'm gonna still enjoy it, but it wasn't gonna be the same as like that first time. Like, you know, but it's like you could treasure it and you're gonna hold that moment, you know? But like it is so worth it because like you're given the opportunity to make somebody feel something, which is like you don't get that a lot in life. And there's only things like in film, like at the end of the day, like a movie could be total crap. A movie could be total crap. But if they get that feeling right, you don't care about the messed up parts that they did or whatever it was. Like I was watching this movie called The Perfect Game, and um it's about how the first like Mexican um little league baseball team to win the Little League World Series in America in like not in the 1950s. And like, bro, the movie was like there was like the continuity was weird in some places, and like it looked a little cheesy, but still in the end, like they still caught me with that feeling of like, the triumph and
Mm,
like the challenge, and you felt it, like, and maybe I'm connected as a Hispanic male, but also like just the fact of seeing it, it's like if you get that moment right in anything, like you're always gonna have value and add value. So
I
I think that's something that Puss in Boots definitely did very well.
yeah. Like, I mean, if a movie is really bad, it's I mean, I could be the only one that feels this way, but even if it's bad, I kind of enjoy it anyway because it's like I still get that experience of watching some of like making comments and like all this stuff, but like
Yeah.
I don't know if like a movie has to be like really, really terrible for me to
Yeah,
like
like Batman
be
level
mad.
bad.
Which one? You said Batman?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson Batman. Nah, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh
That movie
God.
was okay. It was just an hour and a half too long.
It listen, after
Like,
the scene
like we
where
get it.
like
You're in Gotham. You're in Gotham. Gotham is gritty. We get it. like, why did it take? Why did it take 2 minutes in between conversation? Like, I get it that they needed to drive away, but why did we need to see Batman drive with her for 3 minutes on screen? Like, it, I
honestly,
feel like it was the person who shot the movie that edited the movie, because like when you shoot something, you can't get rid of stuff. That's
yes,
really what it is. Like, it was like he loved this shot. He was like, "Oh my god, this shot is so
we
amazing!
have
Look,
to keep it.
look how she cut this corner." Like, bro, nobody cares, dude. The
It was
best part of that movie was
oh,
Penguin, and he was on the screen for like 20 minutes total.
it's so true. After they caught the Riddler, they literally could have just like, you
Because
know,
Batman didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He didn't help anybody either. Like, he didn't help anybody.
oh
He was
God,
just depressed
the
for
whole
3 hours.
time.
Nigga he didn't Ningun Kung Fu, nothing. He got beat up at the beginning of the movie. Like, my son didn't take one class. He just had money and was like, and in cameras. Like, okay, make a movie, nigga. Like,
Right.
like just
I
watching
know.
everybody.
I
If he was broke, he's a creep.
Really creepy if you think about it.
Yeah,
Why is
yeah.
he so obsessed with like watching people like
Word. Like, come on, Bat.
work? I know. He was like it was a weirdly good movie, but there were so many things about it that I was like, why? What is happening? Even
It's
the
hard too,
song
because
on the
like people feel
soundtrack.
like because you're going to the movies, like because it's a movie, like it needs to be 3 hours now, because there's like shows that are an hour long, But it's like,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
But
Like,
unnecessarily, like we did not need to watch you like save Gotham from some like from drowning. Like we just didn't need to see that part.
drowning. You didn't even. You're like, come on, bro. You didn't help not one person, bro. Like, you drowned. All the damn nigga couldn't even float. All them damn equipment on.
All he had to do was
Heavy
like,
as hell with
fly
the bad
people
suit.
off. He barely worked. I don't know. Yeah, from that
Yeah.
point to the end, I was like, I was bored. I was bored.
You're just sitting there like, okay, what's gonna happen? Like,
Yeah.
yo, come on.
But up till the point of the Riddler getting caught, I was happy. I was good. Also,
Yeah.
the guy who plays the Riddler, by the way,
Oh
he
yeah, he's great.
talks like this in real life.
Really? That's
Yeah,
scary.
that's scary. I was watching the Oscars and they had him presenting and he was
Is he doing like the Austin Butler thing, or is that like for real? Like, how like Austin Butler is
that's
stuck in Elvis voice?
gosh, yeah. I don't know. Like he seemed to be just like just being chill. And it was
But
him,
like, there's, I
another
mean,
girl presenting. I forgot who was presenting with. But he wasn't doing like the whole like deep breathing that he was doing in the movie or like the sound effects, but just his regular like talking voice
yeah.
was
I
like,
mean, I guess that is an aesthetic. I mean, there is those white guys that like do that creepy thing as like their like shtick.
yeah.
I
I
don't know.
I hope that's fake because if
Or
I
like those guys, they're like they talk like they're speaking on Reddit. Like, it's like, actually, like, like it's like, all right, bro.
oh my gosh. But yeah, no, it was scary. If I met him in person, I would never speak to him ever.
Right.
He had
Right.
like with that face, with the face and the sound, the no, not for me.
It's a no for me.
It's a no. That'll be
Word.
no dog. But
Mm-hmm.
do you have any other comments about Puss in Boots? So overall, fantastic.
Overall, if I was gonna rate the movie, I'd have to give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Not because it wasn't
Okay.
fantastic, but if I'm gonna rate like Mario, I'd give Mario a 9. Like, what I mean? I give Mario just a higher grade. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, definitely it was at least an 8.5, maybe even a 9. Um, yeah, definitely think it hit all its marks as far as a storyline. Think it was great. I think the rewatchability is definitely there. I think that in 10, 15 years, you could show a kid that movie and it still will hold up. Like, that's another thing about animation. It's gotten so much better. Like when we were kids that like you kind of like, I don't want to watch this because it looks kind of old. Like, I don't think you're gonna get that like in 10 years. Yeah, sure, it's gonna get even better, but like you can look back at these old movies and be like, oh wow, that looks great.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
mm-hmm,
true. That's true. I can't see how animation is gonna get even better in 10 years. I'm like, what are they gonna do? But I think that yeah, this will definitely be a movie that will hold up for a very long time. So I
right.
agree. Now we got to see if the next Shrek is going to be even worth watching because the third and the fourth were not like the best of
Like you
the
didn't need to see him
series.
for real.
Yeah, so we'll see if it'll be even worth making, you know?
Yeah, I don't
But
know. I mean, if I have the movie pass though, I'll probably go see it.
right, exactly. I'm like
Right.
debating on getting my pass again. I don't have it right now because for the past year it's been rough with movies.
Yeah, and yeah, it's been rough, but like this summer, there's a lot of stuff coming, dude. Like
I
there's a
know. And they
like
tried to get me for my birthday. They were like, they sent me an email saying, sign up and we'll give you an extra free ticket or whatever. And
oh
I'm
damn,
like, but like, is it gonna be consistent? Are we gonna keep good new movies coming out,
right? Yeah,
Original
no, because honestly,
stuff?
from like September to like December, there was nothing, dude. Or even like since it's almost February, there really wasn't. I haven't really been going to the movies like
Yeah,
that.
even with the pass, you're like, I don't want to sit through these. I don't
Yeah,
care. So, and then you're gonna be spending extra money, like you're gonna want a snack or something. So like
yeah.
gotta be worth it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see. I would like to see like how they're gonna incorporate this Puss in Boots and where it really is on the timeline. And honestly, this is a hot take, but I would like to see them do something for Donkey. You know,
Yes. I need a backstory
the
of
backstory, even if it's like, even if they did a show, like
on like his
or
travel.
something.
But they would have
Yeah, like you
to
just
have
see.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, you
That's it.
have to. And and he's a movie star, so he might not want to do a show. But I don't know. In this new day and age, like, what is DreamWorks? What's their streaming service? Paramount.
I think so. And well, Puss in Boots was on Peacock streaming. It was only on there. So
Okay,
I don't know, maybe.
maybe they just I don't know.
So I don't know.
Because now that I think about it, I don't know where. I think I can watch Shrek on Amazon, so I don't know. But that's like a classic at this point.
I'm surprised that DreamWorks hasn't had their own streaming service yet.
Well, they don't. I don't think they make shows for real, don't they? Like I can't think of any shows they make.
It's really just
Yeah.
movies.
And their biggest cash cow is Shrek and Kung Fu Panda. And you can't. And they milked Shrek. They milked Shrek for all of our teenage years, really. like
They
like at least like from all like for at least the early 2010s, the 2000s to the 2010s.
Okay,
All
so
right.
I agree with your rating on the movie. I think an 8.5 is a good like 8.5. Because I love that movie and I could watch it over and over again. So
Yeah, for sure.
should go watch it. And okay, so question for you. Are
Mm.
are you in the process of doing anything right now, film wise, or anything that you're working on?
Yes, yes, yes. Excitingly enough, I I'm so, my freaking shooter just canceled on me today, which kind of blows. But
Right.
um, um, I'm shooting this. I'm starting this show called Erika, which is gonna be essentially it's gonna be me and another comedian every week. We're gonna go to different restaurants and spots locally, and the owner's going to show us around. It's going to show us and then show us like their best food, their best dish. We get to try it out and stuff like that, and then we're going to go do some comedy. So you'll see like kind of like it's like a vlog essentially of us like touring. It's like a Food Network show kind of thing. So I'm
Okay.
starting that. I have partnered with 7 local businesses to do 7 episodes, so that's very exciting.
Nice.
Now it's just a matter of getting a shooter to actually commit, you know.
Right,
Uh,
right.
so there's that. I'm shooting I'm also I'm taking a super serious film class over the summer, which is going to be great. So it's going to give me access to all the equipment I need.
Okay.
And I'm going to start shooting a bunch of skits for my Poppy's World show. So
Okay.
that's really exciting. But yeah, so we're always shooting. I'm headlining. I've been doing a lot of stand up too. I'm headlining. I'm doing a show in the city. I'm doing a show in the city on Monday, and then this show called The Laughing Gas, which is like a predominantly like a black show. They have me headlining for Cinco de Mayo. I'm like, I mean, I'm not Mexican, but all right.
Sure.
I was like,
Okay.
all
Well,
right,
that's
whatever.
exciting. Sounds like a
So
lot of
yeah,
things.
you gotta stay working. You gotta stay working.
Absolutely.
You gotta keep it going in the film entertainment business. And I think that the best advice I got was that you gotta have your hand in every basket. You gotta do everything. So.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. I'm
That
excited. I can't wait for
what?
that to come out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
That's cool.
exciting. It's gonna be exciting. I have there's a Dominican spot that I have, which is gonna be really good. Like the food there is amazing. And then I have a bunch of local bars. I'm trying to do my first episode though, um, as a what's it called? Like an underground thing. We're trying to shoot it in Sam's Club. Like, because like how they have the awesome pizza and like the pizza is pretty good there and it's only like a
Yeah.
buck. So I'm trying to just shoot an episode there. So that's the first episode, but we gotta do it like down low. So stay
Okay.
tuned for that for sure. That'll be
Yes.
coming.
Okay, guys. You got to follow Poppy's World because Poppy's World is the best. Okay. So, all right, that's very cool. I'm excited. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. When are we
Finally,
expecting the episode to come out?
the episode to come out, it'll either be this because I have 2 that I'm editing right now. So it'll either
Right.
be this Friday, well, today is Friday. So next Friday or the last Friday of April. So,
Perfect.
but I'm gonna have one for each anyway. So expect
All
one of
right, perfect.
those to be out.
All right, cool.
Also, I did announce this already in my previous episode, but I'm gonna say it again so people know. This is the last podcast episode for Latte Film. For now, I know tears. I announced it yesterday on the live, but I'm saying it again so people know. April will be the last month. Just because That's Latte Film is evolving. So I'm going to be doing more, focusing more on films rather than doing podcasts right now. Because it's really like a one-woman show right now, if you think about it.
Right.
And so I'm like doing everything, people are helping me, of course, but like the prep is more my part of it. So I want
Right.
to have more ideas for films. I have a script already like pretty much done, but I don't really have the time because I work full time,
Right.
as well. So gotta keep your priorities in place. And the podcast was great because I learned so many things from it. And
Right.
one of the main things that's making me make this decision is like you hit a wall at a certain point because
Right.
when you're thinking of the marketing side of things, people are really usually more available like in the evenings and they really are in the mornings to watch, a
Yeah.
live stream or whatever. But like that's the only time available for me and for my sister to be on the live. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was hard to coordinate. So I was just like, why would I keep spinning my wheels for something that I know isn't
And
gonna
do you work
work?
in the night? You work in the night as well?
I work late. I work like Monday, like usually mid shifts are like the time that I work.
Yeah.
I get out of work by like 8 p.m. You know what I mean? So like it's really hard to like get everything arranged. Becca works late, my dad, if he's working, it'll be like if he's doing a game, he's working nights. And then he teaches,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like it just wasn't working. And it's not for the lack of trying to do a new strategy and everything. So I was just like, you know what? It had its time. I've been doing it for 3 years. So and through that time you could see how it was evolving and all that kind of stuff. So it was a really cool learning experience.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I'm going to take that learning that I have and all that knowledge, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Like I'll still be posting here and there. Like you'll see stuff, but I'm going to take more of a break to really work on a new plan
Mm-hmm.
and then hit the ground running. So you'll see,
Right.
I'll be back at some point, maybe a month or so, whatever, but I'm
Very good.
excited, like
Very
it's
excited.
hard because I was like, I love doing this podcast. Like it's
Yeah.
my baby at this point, but
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. That's what happens with this stuff,
Yep.
Yeah. But you got to keep going. You got to keep going.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and I'm glad you were my last guest on the
Yes.
show.
Yes.
I'm so
I'm
glad.
glad we got to be a part. Yes.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching and listening.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And of course, as I always say, I love you a latte.
Love you,
Bye.
Latte.
So, here we go. Oh, that's really good. Will you snap out of it and get me some more coffee? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies. Let's get started.